Okay, we're back. Okay, so you got your pen further than that. Remember, those are creaky too over on this side.
Yeah, I know. I just don't know where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do next. Is this door locked? I'll try this door.
Oh. Erik, I hope you survive. I'm gonna
I'm trying to find a way out without this guy knowing. I'm trying to fake him out.
I think it's just funny that
I don't know what to do.
Erik's gonna die. Is this door locked?
Well, I mean, it might be another way out.
Is it an escape? No, it is not locked. I mean, and you give it a little nudge that you can feel it, that it's gonna open.
Does it creak?
Hasn't yet. It creaks, but it's not like the cellar doors.
Okay, I'm gonna get the kerosene lantern.
It's shining enough light. It's a tiny little room. There are shelves on the walls. No. 6 rows of shelves line the walls, except where the door leads in. There's all kinds of dry food stocked on the shelves, as well as liquor bottles. Huge ice chest occupies most of the floor space.
Thanks, go ahead, yeah, just look around.
Start shooting or something. I don't know what to do. I can't get up any
He
way
doesn't know where his enemy
to deal with him
because he ducked, which is smart.
without him knowing which way I'm coming up.
Yeah, yeah. But now keep this in mind too, and this is a thought that might occur to you guys. Mask it. I'll let you figure it out.
That's right.
Or die trying.
That's right.
The cat's letting up a yowl again.
He's probably hitting that door.
Oh, okay, and that was on what?
That was on 4.
Okay. 5, 6, 7. Erik, very quietly, you're hearing like a chanting. I need perception from you, and you won't be able to tell where it's really coming from because he's obviously trying to be very quiet. You make it?
No.
Okay, so you're oblivious to this. Yeah, there is a chanting coming from somewhere in the room. Well, you kind of have an idea of where it's probably towards the center of the room,
right?
But
or just out there somewhere.
Yeah, it's in that direction, and it's a low muttering. You can sometimes barely catch the words, and they sound wrong. You know what I mean? There's
Don't
something.
recognize the language?
No, not at all. You know Latin. Oh, you're catching a couple Latin words in there occasionally.
They're not pleasant words.
Well, do me an intelligence check. It's language is based on intelligence, I think. So do me a roll. We'll see if you pick up.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. You're not picking them up. They're not pharmaceutical words that you're mostly used to using. Yeah. What do you, and everybody else is gone. So, and he's still. This chanting is still continuing.
Right.
It's very low, but you can make it out occasional words, like I said. He's casting a spell. Run!
No, that's not my objective.
Yeah, that's annoying in Cthulhu when your character doesn't believe in magic and you know the guy's casting a spell and you're just like, what is he doing? Until the policeman falls to one of the cops that's with you falls to the ground screaming and trashes his face off. And that's when just everybody opened fire at that point. It was great, man, when all the cops just opened up and then we all freaking missed just about. I was so upset by that. It's a great bit though. It's great. Erik, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's an awful feeling to be alone.
Yeah, I'm gonna call out. I'm gonna speak and then I'm gonna move. Basically, just like
okay.
I'm not gonna talk while I'm moving.
I gotcha. So you're gonna say?
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out, or call out. Maybe not shout per se. You're a devil worshiper, Cordingham.
Okay, and then after saying that, you, as quietly as possible, start moving.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you going?
Kind of walking a little, or crawling a little further down here. So
you're crawling, or like doing that little squat? Okay.
No, I'm actually kind of
crawling. Okay, good.
You know,
crawling down to the end of the bar.
I mean, I'm doing one of those things that you can go rope. You can go from a crawl to sitting up or a crouch where pretty easy. I'm just kind of crawling so I can stand up, and unfortunately I'm a righty, so shooting around this bar is gonna suck.
Yeah, it's not actually gonna affect combat at all. But yeah, what are you doing? Are you gonna peek around the side, or are you just what?
Get my head head blown off. I was going to say, with a shotgun, this is dangerous to be down here at the end, period.
It's dangerous to be anywhere. This bar looks like it's made of plywood.
No, that's the whole point why I didn't want to talk while I was moving.
No, you've been handling it very well
I'm
so
kind of
far.
like, if he hears I'm going, blah, 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 blah. But if I'm calling down here from this end.
I am right here, and you can shoot me now.
You're right.
This thing is made out of plywood, right? This top portion is? Man, I tell you what I really want to do.
What? It looks pretty flimsy. The entire place upstairs looks flimsy. This is the nicest room you guys have seen.
I can't remember exactly what's the ruling for second ed. Can you? I mean, obviously, I probably couldn't do it this round because I have moved, but you can't like move, attack, move a little bit.
Yeah,
not really. Right?
Potentially,
You're supposed to do like attack
depending
and
on what you want.
move and attack.
Potentially,
right?
depending on what you want to do. Second ed allows the GM much more freedom than third ed. Yeah, I can just say that sounds cool. It works, or you have to make a dex check in order to do this thing, depending on how, as you leap up over the bar, jump, bounce, 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 or whatever, you know.
Wow.
I'll need 3 dex checks.
No,
each one consecutively harder than the last.
What I am kind of thinking, I don't know if a person from the 1890s would think about this, especially not a doctor, but I was tempted just to be kind of like
toss the log in the man.
No, it was just going to be. It was just going to be kind of like.
You could
just like stick my hand over the bar and just like fire a couple of times.
You could. That's going to be it'll be blind shooting.
Blind.
It'll be hard. It'll be very. Again, you'll need natural 20s, and it won't necessarily make him dive for cover unless he's very, very exposed.
Right.
So, you never know.
But what I'm saying is, like, could I have spoken, crawled a little bit, then just kind of like reach up and fire?
Mm-hmm.
Or?
Yeah, I love that. That's not a problem. Well, and I have a feeling as soon as Steve hears shooting from upstairs, he's going to
got burst into action. Except I can't because I've already gone this round.
It's time to save the world. You're not doing aimed fire, or rapid fire.
No, definitely not aimed fire.
Blind firing with a pistol. Which you can unload all 6
no
rounds in one
round. Tackle for the rapid fire. That's when that pistol has like 4 on it or something. There's also panic fire when you just pretty much empty your gun.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. That is negative modifiers, but regular rapid fire, which is the first number by the guns for rate of fire, isn't there one?
Pistol is 6/1.
Yeah, you can
Army
empty your
pistol is.
You can empty your pistol. Wait a minute. Rapid fire is fire weapon 3 times is 3 shots. Do is rapid fire. Panic fire is emptying it. Boom, 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 boom. That's at -4 to hit. And then you guys are doing the blind fire because really you don't have a target, and that's that natural 20 to hit somebody with it.
Let's roll it.
You gonna
do it?
Take a couple shots. Okay.
Do it.
Do it now. If 2 20s come up,
I am laugh hysterically.
How about a
no,
7-1.
Okay. The first one, there's just a click.
Oh, you loaded the empty shell.
That's the
one.
I'm
in there.
Click. Revolvers can't jam. They just really can't do it. So
no,
it's like
they can't.
click. And the second one does startle. Like, has your character ever fired a gun?
Oh,
Yes.
my! I fired a weapon. Whoa.
Okay, yes. But it does still start ill because when the first one's a click, it's
Right.
like, what?
I was like,
Did I forget to load it?
Damn, it's like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the reaction. There's a splinter of wood somewhere in the room. From where the second bullet hits something.
Yeah.
The chanting, muttering continues. And since he is casting a spell, I don't have to roll for his initiative. It will take effect when it's supposed to take effect. So you guys can roll me initiative. Steve, you have not yet heard the chanting up above.
No, but I did hear a weapon fire.
I'm going to give you...
Is that the 3rd round in a row you rolled a 10?
No, it's like first round I rolled a 10, second round I rolled an 8, now I just rolled a 9.
Wow.
Don't roll that die anymore.
No doubt.
Take these one.
Steve, I want to give you another perception check.
No. Oh.
Yes.
You made it?
Yes.
By how much?
2.
By 2? Okay. Somebody's talking up there or something. You, with only that much of a success, you do not recognize the chanting like Erik can hear it.
Hookah chaka, hookah chaka, hookah, hookah, hookah.
Eric, give me another Latin check, another intelligence check, please.
Okay. Yes, by a lot.
Okay.
Well, I say a lot.
Now you're recognizing a phrase, the sleep of the gods, slumber without waking, something to that effect.
Death.
Die. No, not death. There's not death in it
Sleep
at
of
all.
the gods, slumber without
sleeping,
waking.
Slumber.
Like
Well, it's mainly sleeping and slumber is the words that he is picking out in the Latin.
Yeah, that's something that you want to happen.
Okay. You don't go till at least 9, right? So when do you go?
10 actually.
8? Okay. He finishes chanting at 7.
Well, that was a fast spell. I thought you said the spells were like times 10.
times. Yes. And this is a casting time of 1. So it takes a minute for him to cast. It takes
that's right, because a round is a minute.
Because he would have gone off on 8.
A
regular D&D wizard would be like 7.
I just forgot.
Chant, 8. It's gone.
Yeah, I just forgot that.
If you could have hit him.
That's what I was. That's what I was kind of hoping for, actually. But.
Oh wait, he's got to make a roll to see if it works. Even the bad guys have to do that.
Yay.
Yeah.
It'll work.
Maybe if I roll a natural 20, something awful will happen to him.
That'd be great.
No.
Spellcraft. Ooh. It's not. Sleep is not necromantic, is it? It's enchantment. So he's got to roll.
Oh, I'm a scout. I'm like a hunter woodsman guy. I'm naturally resistant to enchantment spells.
15,
he failed. That's a failure.
Really?
Nothing apparently happens. Yeah, you have to make a spellcraft check every single time you cast a spell.
Oh.
If you fail it, and I'll quick double check it, but I'm fairly certain I'm correct. Then if you do not make the proficiency check, the spell, no effect, desired or otherwise, takes place. So he stops chanting, and nothing happens apparently. And on 8, what do you do?
Well, he doesn't know. No, he probably does. I guess. You would know if his spell works, I'm sure.
Not necessarily.
What is he actually? Is he a?
I'll tell you when we're done with it.
I'm trying to think of the classes now.
Adept or mystic or the mage
that's
casting
right.
spell.
I have a question for you. How high do these stairs go up before they get to the door? What's the height of them?
Probably about 8 feet, because that's how deep the cellar is.
8 feet.
Yeah. So no.
Is there a
more
door?
like 7 feet. It'd be kind of a low ceilinged cellar. So because it goes up to ground level. Now there is snow piled up on either side. So higher than that if you want to count the snow. I don't know what your intentions are here, but I just want you to have the entire description.
Okay, let me tell you what I want to do.
Okay.
Let's see how I can do this without. I want him to hear the squeaking of booted feet running up these steps and the hard squeak of the cellar door being thrown open. I don't want to leave. I want to make all that noise, and I want to silently get from there back down to here. Can I jump from up there down to this floor without cracking my face on something or killing myself?
It's a standard door, so it's possible. I'm going to need a strength check from you.
Can I go halfway up the steps, squeaking and stomping, and then use the rifle barrel to thrust the door open, and then just kind of turn?
Up the steps, if you go up 4 feet, you'll easily be able to throw the door open. And then if you want to try to jump back down, the jump's going to require, I'm going to make it a strength check in order to land. No, let's make it a dex check in order to land relatively silently. Fair enough?
Sure. No.
Okay. So you run up. It's not quite that bad, but it seems that bad. You make the jump. Your foot catches on. Give me another dex check. How much did you fail in the last one?
I failed the last one by 4. I made this
one
by. I made this one by 4.
Okay. Your foot hits that bottom step. You miscalculated.
Does it squeak a little bit?
Yeah,
it's not a big deal, actually. If he hears another extra squeak, another extra
really
stomp and
loud,
squeak, I'm not too worried about
it. But you managed not to like crash to the floor. You still have some movement left if you want to go elsewhere.
I'm going to go over to these
back
steps.
over your steps. Yes. Okay.
Now another question about these steps real quick. Are these the same open back or open front, open face steps, just a warpy board?
Yep.
Now those go up on board supporting them on either side. I want to put a foot on either side.
And try to creep up.
On the edges so that I'm not stepping on the middle of the boards. And hopefully it'll be quieter.
Give me another dex check. Because again, you're trying to move silently.
Damn it!
Yeah, okay. It doesn't. It's quieter than when you went. But there is still noise. Now, whether he hears it or not, you will not know. I'll give him a perception check, just like I've been giving you guys. Does this guy have stats? Yeah, there they are.
This guy even have stats?
Okay, sometimes it's hard to tell. Most times they do. They give the stats, but sometimes for NPCs they just do not.
Why can't I roll this good in our regular game?
Do your perception. Do your perception check, please.
Okay.
See if you hear him coming up the stairs.
No!
You didn't make it? Okay, you have no idea what's going on.
We're rolling like awesome for a regular game.
You did hear a crash, and it sounded like...
Yeah.
Do you think he might have escaped?
I just ran away.
No, I hope he's coming out. Well, yeah, he might.
Run to get help, something.
He might just run away. Run to get help or something.
Yeah, and this guy's done for the round. He was finishing casting a spell. What are you doing? You're up. You're at the end of the round.
Hoping that he's going to bring the constable.
Okay. You're not going to do anything? The chanting ended. Nothing happened. If it was supposed to, maybe he was praying.
That's what I'm kind of thinking. Is maybe he's muttering some kind of satanic prayer or something. Okay,
yeah.
You know, that's what I think. He's basically a devil worshiper. That's what I'm saying.
You know, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Maybe he was trying to lure you out. Maybe he's trying to just scare you. I mean, you guys have not had spells cast on. You've seen ghosts and stuff, but no idea about spells.
Yeah, today we saw ghosts.
Yeah, but
today, just for day one, seeing ghosts.
Magicians are guys that cut ladies in half. You know.
Right.
I've probably never ever even seen one of those magicians, to be honest with you.
Circus, Wild West shows.
Maybe Wild West shows, but that's more shoot 'em up kind of stuff.
And those are mostly in the East.
Lasso tricks and shooting and stuff, and I would
county fair.
Maybe.
Who knows? Anyway, what are you doing?
Honestly, nothing, because I don't have a whole lot of shots.
Okay, so you're just waiting?
Unfortunately, yeah, because I'm hoping maybe he's either gone to go get some help, and I'm scared that every time I open my daggum mouth that...
You're centering yourself.
Yeah, he's going to be like, oh, you're there.
He's still going to have to blind fire.
It doesn't matter.
Honestly.
I'm sure you're going to roll a 20 because we can't.
This is the death die.
We can roll 17, 18s, and 19s all night long.
Because I rolled I rolled 15 rolls and rolled like 3.
And boy,
19.
if these were damage dice, we would be fucking shit up.
Yeah, it's true.
But
we would be, but
these are initiative rolls.
Right.
Yeah, well.
We are just.
So you're just gonna kind of wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Actually,
roll initiative, guys.
One joke that I will make.
I'm gonna do my thing.
Hey!
One joke that I will make is I'm kind of just talking to myself like real quietly. Is there anything while I'm back here, there like bottles or anything like that around here?
Yeah, there's tons of bottles back here.
Well,
not tons, but there's
I just
enough.
kind of look over one and like, grab it if you really wanted to help. You could help now.
Grab it.
Yeah, wasn't that the guy's name?
Ghost.
Oh, the ghost.
Yeah. Going on here.
Yep. Okay. Where do you guys go? I think it actually.
I go
unless
on
you like
one,
my
actually.
counting, I can. Oh. Ooh. Actually.
Oh, I need to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Lower.
Better. You're getting there.
Roll it left-handed. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. 1. What are you doing? You can try it again. Make me another dex check. Well, actually, Steve, you could have gotten to the top.
There
of
we
the
go.
steps. You could have gotten to the top of the steps last round.
Oh,
you
really?
had plenty of movement left over. Even having it for trying to move silently like a thief would do would still get you to the top of the steps. There's a door there. So I'm going to say that you're there. Yeah, it is closed.
Well, can that be to open the door quietly then? That's what I'm trying to do.
You don't really need to make a roll to open the door quietly. I mean, you're not throwing it open. You're trying the latch, which turns, and then you're cracking it.
Just enough.
There's not much light in that room, except what's coming through the cracks in the walls right now, because you didn't light a lantern. This window's dirty, so there is some light in this direction. You crack it, I'm guessing no more than this much, and then you stick your face up there and hope it doesn't get blown off.
Yeah.
In the light, what you can see...
Which way is the door open?
Please tell me it opens that way. If it opens that way, I'm screwed.
No, it wouldn't open that way.
This way?
Yeah, I would say it opens off the steps. The way the steps are drawn in this map, it doesn't look like... Oh, there's a landing. Shit, I'm trying to look it open. Think it would open into that? You know what? We'll just roll for it.
I have no idea.
I don't either. I would think it would open into the steps, but maybe not because of the way.
I wouldn't think that it would opening. I wouldn't think it would open on the landing because your landing is. That's your only space to stand, either when you're not on the steps.
Okay.
I don't think you
want
it's
to
open
now because that's how I pictured it opening anyway.
You wouldn't be on the landing and pull the door open. It'd force you off the landing.
I pictured it opening like this anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It flies open. The shotgun's right there in your face.
And my head goes away. Table's turned over.
Yeah. It's a round table. So, but it does offer some protection. And at the moment, you can't see him. He must be. If he's behind that table, he's completely hidden behind that table.
But I do see that all the other tables are fine. This one is the only one that is turned over. I don't see him anywhere.
No.
Boom! The rifle's going to go through the opening, and I'm going to unload 4 shots into that table.
Okay. It has 4 shots. Wait.
I can fire 4 times. Yeah. Well, it just says the rate of fire is 4.
Right.
Yeah, it says 4/1 on the sheet. I have no idea what that means.
I don't know what that means either. Does that mean I can take 4 actual shots, or is this still a rapid fire thing?
This would be a rapid fire thing. And in this case, the rules say, but I'm going to modify them.
That's fine.
Well, before I pull the trigger, Andy, do I still have any movement left?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Just pretty much. I just want to duck back.
Shotgun hole. Shotgun hole.
2 shots. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I still have bullets in my rifle after that.
Yeah, I would say the first number is the number of shots in a round if you're doing rapid fire.
Okay.
Aimed fire is 1 shot per round. That is really taking your time, lining it up, and getting that bonus. You will get 2 shots are made during your initiative. Don't forget to add your speed factor.
Okay, that makes me go on a 3.
Okay, it doesn't matter. He rolled for shit this last round. And then the range shot is made in the second half of the round. So after everybody's gone, you get that last shot.
Okay, so I'll be taking 3 shots right now at the table.
2 shots. 2 and 2. In this case, it'll be 2 and 2 because they do rapid fire. It's 3 shots.
20.
I'm gonna say you can use your 4 shots per round. Boom, boom.
20.
No, 14 and 4.
Even 120.
14 and 4. Okay, your THACO's 20. So subtract whatever you rolled from your THACO to give your armor class. Giving him a slight bonus.
Okay, and then the best I had was AC 6. The other would be AC 16.
What's his AC? I think it's probably not good because nobody's as good. Yeah, AC 10. That will hit. One of the bullets will hit with an AC of 6. I was giving him a +4 for the cover. So roll your damage.
Small to medium.
He has a pretty good idea where you are now.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Son of
pretty good deal I am right now. But hopefully I just shot his little monkey. Yeah.
You hit him once. Is it 3d6?
Yeah.
3d6 minus 1.
Good God. And his 6s. Oh, I see a 6.
8
Add that
points.
all up. Okay, no. Oh,
No,
yeah,
minus
8
1,
points. Now
minus
roll
1.
that and add that to the 8.
Oh, really?
That's how guns work. That's another 6. That's 14. Roll it again. Add it to.
Seriously?
As long as you roll 6s.
Oh my
14,
gosh.
20. Wow.
23. I shot him in his face.
That's a hell of a shot.
I'm gonna hide in the.
Damn it! I was hoping to last at least one more round.
Blam blam.
23.
Unfortunately, I'm still like.
Oh wow!
I do that.
Yeah. I think you did actually do that.
Yeah, that was
Oh my goodness! I had no idea that's how bullets or that's how.
Yeah,
guns
I
work.
mentioned that.
Yeah, I heard you say something about
all the
6s.
6s you re-roll.
But I thought maybe you just I didn't realize.
Dirty.
Oh.
You son of a. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Splinter of wood. 2 splinters of wood. One went a little to the right.
Yeah, then I'm like, oh, I don't want to get shot.
And then you run down the stairs.
No, I would
Don't
drop.
even check
What
it.
I was planning on doing was actually dropping down prone
Okay.
after that. So if he did fire, he would hopefully shoot high. I drop down and shoot 2 more the second half of the round.
You hear the yowl from down below.
That's horrible.
Moments later.
The second 2 shots go off in the second half of the round. I don't know what anybody else is. I don't know what he's doing
what
in
are you
his
gonna do?
initiative, but I'm still shooting. I don't know the guy. I don't know. I hit him.
Okay, what are you gonna do here? Wait. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I was gonna have Grabbits actually. One of the bottles was gonna pick itself. Or actually, one of these chairs was gonna try to smash into this guy because he can do something, but he has to be really close. So what are you doing, Erik? And you've like flopped out of the. Did you drop prone?
No, I just dropped prone right there on the landing.
The gun's still pointing out.
The gun is still pointing out. I just dropped down.
You boom, big blast right near you for a second. For a second, you thought, "Oh yeah, I'm dead," and then you realized the flash came from over here.
Yeah, actually, that's kind of what it is. One of those things. I still think it was like, ah.
Oh, and what do you want to do? And with the gunfire, you're not going to hear his body hit the ground.
No.
Blam! Blam!
Give up, Gordon Ham.
And then there's 2 more shots. Go ahead and make rolls, Steve. It doesn't really matter. 14 and a 6 would, because you're not seeing targets, but you put more bullets through the table. Through the table. What was that?
What? If I did my little. Okay. The guy would have been like, what?
Awesome. Okay, so the next round, you guys can roll initiative if you want.
Sorry. I just don't know the guy's down.
Okay,
man.
let's go ahead and you guys roll initiative. Good, you too, Erik. Just to see who goes first.
9.
You last again.
10.
9. You put more bullets into that table.
You know what? No. There's this. Where am I?
Because there's absolutely no way you know that you've hit him.
I know.
I mean, he would have flopped straight back. He was pretty much crouched like this, and
he would just
roll back. He just started firing. Yeah, it was like a side of the head shot, and down he went without a sound. So what? I know it's hard to not use out of character knowledge.
I want to burst up out of the doorway.
Okay.
Can you fire and move at the same time?
Yeah, sure.
I'll take whatever modifiers I have. This is just basically just stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down.
For the bar?
Yes, I'm running over the bar. I don't know he's over here.
You're doing blind fire right
I'm doing blind fire into the table and just moving over to here.
You don't even have to make the roll,
I don't even know he's here yet, but
because there's going to be call out.
Well,
yeah, but I don't know.
Okay.
You could have heard that. He did yell.
Okay, then I might know you're there.
Give it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just said, give up, Cornigan.
And then you moved.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, then I'm just bursting through the door, firing. Boosh, 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 boosh.
Yeah, there's no need to roll. I mean,
and just diving down over here.
You get. Did you want to try to get all 4 shots off before you hit the ground again?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. And then he dropped down to a crouch. Or,
yep.
Okay. God, stinks of gunpowder. There's like, well, no, they had smokeless powder by now. Mm-hmm. So there's not like this huge
haze
hasn't built up.
Wouldn't be that bad.
So, but you did see, you would see him over. Make a perception check. Because it is dark on this side of the bar.
No, I missed it by 1.
Okay, not to mention muzzle flash and everything else. But that was cover over there. Oh, there's the bar. I was here before. You squat down. You can see him. He's not looked in your direction. But he's like down. And what are you doing? There's been no return fire. And each round is a minute long. Keep that in mind, too.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of...
So, there's been no return fire for some time, actually. Yes, you are.
I really
There's a freaking mummy corpse in the basement. I think you'll be acquitted.
I think so.
I don't think I would do anything for the rest of the round. I mean,
okay.
I'm not going to move anywhere else. I just don't know.
No, it was going to be kind of like,
don't shoot me.
No, I'm just going to seriously, honestly, I probably assume that
he knows that you're there.
Yes, I'm just going to be like,
that's actually.
So all of a sudden, like out of the darkness,
Blair! Oh my God, my heart stopped.
I'm just going to be kind of like.
Okay, make a
seriously,
make a fear check.
Seriously, I'm going to be like, did you see him?
This is to see if you shoot the gun by accident. Did you make it? You want to roll high?
You want to roll high? No, I did not.
Okay. Yeah. He probably swings the gun around after
actually, all I'm saying, all you hear is like.
No, what I hear is, hey. That's from our other game.
That's our joke. Yeah, that's a running game.
Oh shit! I think
that's y'all's fault.
Yeah, damn it.
She'll be fine.
No, she's mad. She's gonna be mad at me.
Why?
Because that's really loud.
Yeah.
And she's his wife. Well, soon to be.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah, she's not happy.
Alright. The gun's fired again.
Ah! Sorry. You scared me. That thing loaded?
Yes.
I don't know.
How come you haven't been shooting?
Sometimes bullets come out, sometimes they don't.
He's behind the table.
Boom, 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 boom.
We hear that?
That sounds like it's coming from the front door.
I'm going to actually get up and look. Peek over the top of the bar, lay the rifle on there, and I'm looking.
Okay. You can see Cordingham's body.
He's dead.
He was knocked backwards. Open up in the name of the law. It sounds like, damn, what's his name? What's the constable's name? David Wells. Put down your weapons and come out. It's been almost 5 minutes, and gunfire's been pretty explosive in here. Yes, obviously, people on the town.
That was yes.
That was part of the plan too.
I mean, it took him a little while to figure out exactly where it was, but the banging might have actually come from the wall towards the front,
stand up.
Not the door. It's hard to tell.
I'm actually just.
There's more holes in the walls too. Now.
Reach up.
You just putting your hands.
Put that thing down and just get up.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lay my rifle on. I'm carrying it just down like this. Okay. I'm gonna walk over to him.
Yeah, it's a headshot.
Kind of kick him.
Yeah, he's definitely dead.
I'm walking out around him. I'm getting up and walking out. Yeah.
Where are you going?
Kind of cutting closer to the bar. Yeah, going. Once I see his
further
body.
from the body.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna walk past it.
For you.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna kind of.
It's locked. It's got a. It's a knob, and then there's a keyhole that goes all the way through. You know how the old doors work.
1 second, Constable.
I guess if he keep the key. I guess he did.
I'll look around his body.
Yeah, you find a key on his body.
Unlock it. Open it slowly. Show him the rifle.
Put it down.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you put
Set
it down.
Set it down.
Come out. But everyone come out.
Open the door. Take a step out.
Okay. You alone?
No.
His gun is pointing at you.
Yeah, I'm coming out right after.
He gets you both out.
Yeah.
Well, you just having some fun in there?
No, sir. We have some things to show you.
Okay. You show him the body, which he doesn't like seeing.
Right.
And then take him down in the basement. Yeah. Well, you're going to be arrested.
Oh.
You take him down to the basement, and you show him that door. He has you go in first.
Let me show you what we found.
Right. He has you go in first. When you show him this awful mummified body of, I'm not going to deal with NPCs before it checks. Yeah, I recognize him. There's also the big black cat is lying in the middle of the floor. It's dead.
After the cat.
So Cordingham did it? Cordingham killed him? My God, what did he do to him? Alright, I still have to arrest you fellas. I still have to
it's not just that.
There's been somebody killed, so
it's not just that. Look at the black candles and the evil cards and
he was into some unwholesome things.
Yeah, and that's another thing that you noticed. Looks like people had been playing cards, and there's several.
There's more than one. I mean, you need to go get the whole family.
Well, I can't arrest the family on suspicion because of this, but we'll talk to them. For now.
They have any guns?
Just.
Damn it! All right, come on, let's go. He takes you back upstairs out the front door.
Please get my rifle.
He does. He picks it up.
It's all this with a backpack on my back.
Oh, that's right.
And a blanket wrapped around me.
Actually,
not
Steve,
not the blanket. Not the blanket.
The blanket in the backpack probably came off when you heard them come inside. You probably
or
you had time to slip it very quietly off, and then started tracking. And then started tracking. It smells like cat piss. No, just kidding.
Freaking cat.
You stuff that cat and shoot it one time every day. Fucking cat.
Yeah, the problem is you don't have any idea who the others might be.
Hopefully, he ain't constable. Because I thought about it. I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, man, I hope that the constable's not in on it because I'm getting ready to open the door and put my rifle down.
If he is, then he does an awful job of killing you guys before stuff can materialize. So obviously he's not.
They were getting a big enemy in this entire town. We'll have to fight the constable as well.
Yeah.
You know, if I blow us away.
Not if I blow him away first. Just saying.
Anyway, you guys are arrested, but at the same time, and you'll have to be tried, but at the same time, it looks like self-defense. Obviously, Cordingham murdered rabbits a year ago.
Yeah.
The family's questioned. But other than that, you guys are taken on, once the weather clears, you guys are taken to Grafton and jailed for a little bit. Before you're released on bond, you'll have to come back for trial, blah, 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 blah.
Well, can't we get him let go early? I mean, I'm the one that shot him. Doc never fired a shot. Well, Doc fired one shot.
That's not technically true.
He fired a shot.
Well, there was a gunfight, and there's got to be some judicial stuff that happened.
That's fine. Doc was just there. I talked him into it.
Mm-hmm. Within the next day, the railroad sent another train to take passengers on to Cincinnati. Blah blah blah. The story is sensationalized.
Take my brother's body, please.
Huh?
Take my brother's body, please.
The story is sensationalized in the regional press, reaching newspapers as far as Baltimore and Cincinnati. You become famous for a day. The town chips in to present a goodwill offering.
Crazy guy kills a barkeep.
Even though we broke into his house.
Even though we broke into his house.
No, it doesn't go that way. It would have been bad for you
because
guys
we were seeing ghosts in the mirror.
Mummy downstairs. If it hadn't been for the stuffed body down in the basement, yeah, it would have gone real hard on you guys.
You just freaking left.
How could his? I mean, this is one thing that I will definitely tell the constable too. I'll be like, "What do you need to arrest the family, because how could they not know? The wife and the kids all worked in the kitchen,
right, but
right next to the door.
According
how
to
could
their
they
testimony,
not know?
that room was not a room that they were allowed to go into. Cordingham had a pretty solid grip on his family.
While we're sitting up there, I'm just wondering what else. How many hands did we see laid out? Or
5?
Were we sure?
3, 4, 5, 6,
7.
Yeah, this is a pretty vague little scenario. It makes it hard to figure out who's actually.
Well, anyway,
you had to pay a lot of close attention, and
the
hauntings didn't really get going until after, because you noticed people were missing one night.
Right, I was getting to say, it's like I noticed people were missing. That's the whole thing that kind of confused me too. Is like,
but the problem is, there's no real.
They don't really say what happened to them or where they go.
No, they don't really say how you can make a connection that would stand up in a court of law.
Gotcha.
There's no real evidence. Maybe if you could have taken Cordingham alive, you might have been able to get him to break. Maybe. In the long run, you guys are tried, found innocent, you're acquitted. The town actually gathers together $300 to thank you for figuring out who this murderer in town was. There's talk in the papers that maybe that this murder that happened before that in April possibly was this Cordingham fella. I mean, if he killed and stuffed somebody, why wouldn't he sneak into some people's house at night and slit all their throats or maul them?
Yeah, it wasn't slitting throats.
The cops all know it wasn't slit throats. It's just local papers that don't know that, and that all comes out in national papers too. Unfortunately, you only got one of the members of the group, which means that Gravitz's ghost is not going to be laid to rest, so you won't get the XP for defeating him. So in the newspapers the next winter, hey, you going to take that train?
Nope.
I'm not going back. Read about another train wreck.
I'm going out in the Badlands. I'm staying out in the Badlands. That's where I'm going.
And you read about another train wreck next December in the same area.
Oh no.
However, each of you would get 500 XP for role-playing and that kind of thing. Plus, I believe Dr. Heintz gets another 100 XP for trying to calm the passengers after the...
I tried, I just failed.
You did awful job. Yeah, that was not even tried. And Steve, you get 100 XP for getting people organized after the crash. So that'd be 600 each is what it would come down to. It's kind of a big adventure, and I should have given you guys more clues, but I didn't know how to.
Shame on you.
Well,
does it? I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you to tell us.
No, I can tell you guys.
No, okay.
It's one shot.
Well, okay. Does it say who the other members are?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's got whole write-ups on every other member. But the thing is, you guys didn't really do anything.
The little girl, she was the leader.
No, she had nothing to do with it. She was just fun.
I know.
That was fun.
You guys didn't really do any major investigation until pretty deeply in.
Yeah.
To the scenario, because
well, it's just because weird stuff was kind of happening, but not weird enough that we were like.
Not weird enough.
Let's go out.
Blue light flying.
Okay, wait.
Okay, well, that was at the train. I mean, as far as we were concerned, I mean, that was freaking weird, and we were.
Yes, that was totally
and it's probably
bizarre.
the setup of this scenario.
But my whole point is that
Rabbits doesn't really start doing stuff until that first night.
Was that actually? Does that actually say that
when he starts moving stuff?
Is it him that goes through the train and attacks the train? So
Yeah,
that's him.
He was killed by these people the year before for snooping. So now he crashed the train. Didn't care who got hurt. Killed the one guy. Tried to kill the other guy because he was going to incompetently investigate this whole thing. He wanted someone to investigate who could do a good job. And you two guys took the lead. No, you guys took the lead when stuff started happening.
Yeah.
So when he saw Greavy or whatever the guy's name was trying to ask questions, he was like, "This guy's an idiot. These are my guys, not him. I'm killing this guy too." He had no morals when it came to do anything to try to free his
he killed this.
He's a ghost. He's evil. Most ghosts are evil.
Okay.
They're twisted by what they
Gotcha.
become.
They're twisted by what.
His thing was to get you into town,
right?
Try to get you interested in in that place. But the thing is, once you got into town,
stop. Or you want to keep recording this?
No, we can keep recording it. Right. Once you got into town, you didn't really do much investigation. But I realized the way it's written, you don't have much motivation to look around and talk.
No, you really don't.
You talk to people, you noted people.
I mean, the rumors. It's kind of like.
But there's no. Yeah.
No, the rumors were really good.
If I'd realized that,
they were not good hooks.
I would have tried to add some more stuff.
To be honest, I kind of like the scenario, but as much as I hate to say it, I agree with you that just the way it's written, it's like, unless you.
And I tried to give you guys as much as I give. I threw out what's your name, Doris's name.
You were very generous.
Doris's name several times.
Yes, I know, and I wanted to go, but once again, I guess just trying to play a quote unquote, and maybe this is my fallacy, is that trying to play a quote unquote realistic feeling character. You know, am I going to? When I come into town and I hear some rumors, and yes, even though a person was killed here or went missing from this town, I'm not going to go around to everybody's house and question them like, "Excuse me, do you know anything about this missing person? Excuse me, do you know anything about this missing person?" You know, it's like that just doesn't feel natural.
No, it doesn't feel natural.
No, it doesn't. And that's the flaw with this. It's a good scenario. And my gosh,
they just need better hooks.
Yeah, the stories.
It needed better hooks, and it needed Gravitz. And I should have just done it, but I didn't think about it. But Gravitz should have been more involved earlier on with you guys, trying to get you to do stuff. Once you started freaking out because of the ghost, that's when you're like, we got to find out what's going on here. It's kind of where you were heading. And if I'd pushed that the first day, that
we might have pushed us a little earlier.
Yes, and I didn't because it's not written that way, and that's my fault that I didn't.
Let me ask you a question. Is it written in the module this way, or did you come up with all of, like, when you walk into the bar, his shadows everywhere? Or
no, that's in the scenario. Oh, if you guys had just gone to the bar the first night,
that's creepy. I love that.
You would have seen him everywhere, and it would have been like, and because he's like, this is the place, this is the place, this is the place, this is the place.
Right.
Yeah.
And I now added the stuff with the mirror, since you actively were using the mirror to try to find him.
I was just flipping out about this whole thing.
I added the thing where you see him on the street. I liked my thing in the bathroom. That would creep the shit out of me, dude.
Yeah, I mean, that would freak me out.
And I just thought of it.
Because it's like all those horror movies you see where, like, so me, like, okay, what was the most recent one that I saw something like that on? Woman in Black, that Daniel Radcliffe movie.
Oh, the lady?
Lady in Black, not
Lady
in
Black.
Black. You know, there's just a scene where he's like looking out the window, and all of a sudden, like right next to him, kind of behind him, you see like come up in the screenshot, and he doesn't know that it's there, but still, it's just like one of those creepy scenes.
I didn't see that.
I didn't either.
It's in the trailer.
It looked like it potentially was good, but I'm not a big creepy movie goer because they creep me out too much. And then I have trouble sleeping at night. And like zombie movies, if they're too good, like the remake of Dawn of the Dead. That was too good, man. Running zombies.
Once they made Zombies Sprint, I was like, I'm done.
I didn't realize it. We watch it. It's Halloween. Let's watch it, everybody. Yeah. 3 months I had trouble sleeping, dude. Just because if I lived in a 2-story house, maybe I'd have been okay. But I lived in a 1-story house at the time. It was just like looking at that window. I'll leave some stuff out, like how the little girl zombie get in there. I guess those people didn't lock their doors at night. Dumbasses.
That was their daughter.
No, it wasn't.
At the beginning of the
was
movie?
it?
Yes.
I thought it was just a neighbor kid.
That was their daughter.
Are you talking about
no,
how did she die?
That was their kid.
Yeah,
I thought that
are you
that
talking
was-
about
You don't know.
Are you talking about the movie that
You don't know.
where they
That
up
she
the
was
mall
patient
and-
zero.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
What? She
I think she was.
No, she was
no,
not.
Well, maybe not
There was
patient zero,
zombies
but
everywhere when they woke up the next morning.
yeah, that's true. But
So-
she somehow died in the middle of the night. Though that was their daughter, I think.
Okay, I thought it was a neighbor kid for some reason.
No, she came from the little girl's room. She came across
I did not
down the
get that
hallway
connection.
and attacked him.
But what he was trying to get you to catch these people,
Yeah.
and then because they're part of a cabal. Or
Yeah.
a
Clearly,
cult.
yeah, they're part of a coven almost.
And,
It felt like too, like a
if-
little witch's
if-
coven or something.
Yeah, and if you could, and the way that the Gothic Earth is set up is that this evil came through thousands of years ago, and it's like intangible, huge thing that's made the world a worse place. But a lot of cabals of good got together to try to deal with some of the evil that's sprung up. This little cabal is an evil cabal that was set up by a wolf-wearer in the area, who's taught them all magic. They're all wizards.
Which is
there's
a
like
wolf that
7
can,
mages.
Which is a wolf that can turn into a human.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is
And
clever.
they're all mages, and like you never dealt with Sue Miller. She was one of them, who used charm person on everybody in town. One of the rumors that you didn't hear was, yes, her name didn't come up. She
Yeah.
was hardly ever in the church. One of the rumors that come up is most everybody in town seems like Sue Miller, present company accepted. I just can't understand why folks seem so crazy about her. It's not like she's ever done anything nice for anybody. Like folks falling all over her, and she's one in the cabal. She uses her charm person spell like constantly, all the freaking every day. She's casting on somebody.
But man, as long as it takes to cast it, then it seems like it would be somewhat noticeable.
Yeah, if you're muttering under your breath, and ranges on spells and second it are pretty substantial.
All right.
Yeah, they're marked in yards, and so in tens of yards in most cases. And you guys got some worthless ones, the Paul Booth thing. I don't know, and it was probably my fault too. When I
No,
do
it's not
Cthulhu-
really. It's
when
not
I do
really.
Cthulhu, I try to make sure there's plenty of clues.
Yeah.
And they're just, and I
thing is
didn't
that-
do that with this, and
well,
I
the
should
thing
have
that's
figured
bad-
out how you guys were going to
Well, the
figure
thing that's
out
bad
what's
about this
going on.
adventure is that it actually sounds like, to be honest, I kind of like the story idea that
Yeah.
this. I mean, I don't quite understand like why this reporter was snooping around questioning everybody and where he figured out that something suspicious was going on.
Because he was a snoop who couldn't sit still for 5 minutes.
Right, and I
So he had to be doing
that.
something. So he started snooping around town. He went to the bar, and it seemed kind of weird and creepy. And so he started asking questions. All he did was ask questions of people.
Yeah.
And the people who they say he asked the wrong questions to didn't fess up that he asked them
Right.
anything. And those are some of the people in the cabal. That something's wrong here. Something just seems wrong here. And so he was
Right.
snooping. They got if they'd have gotten suspicious of you, Sue Miller would have tried to charm you first,
Whoops.
then sneak you out,
That's what I told him. I was like, let's not start running
and
asking
get
questions.
you out, and then one of them had a shotgun, was ready to take you up in the mountains and blow your head off.
Right. Yeah.
And then he was supposed to hunt you the entire next day. If that didn't work, if she couldn't get you alone or get you to come, well, next day he was going to stalk you until he got a chance to kill you.
Well, one of these other. Which character?
One or the other. The other
Okay.
members.
I'm guessing that one of them is one of them maybe the cobbler.
Yes, Bill Cutler and his wife were
Yeah,
both in on it.
because his daughter was with that
His
guy
daughter
all
is
the
a-
time.
Oh, they love each other, and they go off on Sundays and disappear, and they go on these long walks. Every Sunday, it's annoying. And you could have made a connection with, well, who else kind of disappears on Sunday? Maybe. Who else
okay.
was involved? Ben and Jenny. Ron Cordingham. Ellen Hood was involved. She was a seamstress.
Didn't get that name.
She was the lady who
Oh
was
yes, we
cleaning
did.
up the church.
It's Peter's husband, Peter's wife, Peter Hood, the tailor. It's his wife.
Mm-hmm. Ron Cordingham. Like I said, it was pretty vague with the clues, and I should have looked through it and figured that out. Doctor had nothing to do with it. He's not an atheist.
Just curious.
He's Presbyterian. So he goes to Grafton to go to church on
Right.
Sunday.
Right.
That was the whole thing.
And actually, it's
with
funny. I was about to comment about that, or comment to him about that a little bit because.
Are you Baptist?
No. Well, because when I came in, I mean, not that this means anything. People nowadays still do this too. But anyway, when I was speaking to him when I was getting ready to leave or something, he said "Merry Christmas," and so I was like, "Oh, yeah."
Yeah,
And
that's
I was,
right.
and I was about to
He
make
did
the
have
joke-
him say Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
That wasn't even intentional.
But I was about to make the joke that that's fine. I said most of the folks think that you're an atheist, and most of the folks in town think you're an atheist.
And then he would explain that he has a horse and carriage, and he's Presbyterian, so instead of going
Right.
to church, he just goes to Grafton every Sunday. Phil Dexter, he's just a minor. Sue Miller, Joe Walker is another minor. So it was pretty.
What's up with
vague.
Zachary Butler? Anything? Mentally
retarded.
Yeah, just simple.
Simple-minded, and so people started, and never got married. People started writing about him.
If this was a Stephen King novel, he'd be the hero somehow.
Yeah, he would come in at the end.
Yeah, he would do something. Down. Yeah.
He would have busted in. Mr. Cordingham, I got your. What's going on here? Rips the door off the hinges and flings it at the guy.
Yeah.
You know.
Just lifts up the floor. Oh!
Kill his cat. It's his. Oh, and his cat was his familiar.
I know.
Of course. Yeah.
That's why the cat died when he died.
Mm-hmm.
And if you kill the familiar, doesn't the wizard
safe,
have a chance of dying if you kill him?
They would have broken the safe open.
Yes.
And there was spell books in there, actually.
Dun, dun, dun.
Codex Romae, On Things Unseen, and the Book of Lesser Summonings.
Dun, dun, dun.
But unfortunately, they didn't have any lists anywhere of, like, other members of the cult.
And obviously, I'm guessing it must have been the Wolfware that got into the house.
Yeah, and that's also the person that... You guys heard that rumor about the dude who ran away with that other woman?
The dude who ran away with that other woman? No, I don't remember.
Paul Booth, Thelma's husband, ran off last month with the singer from the
ran off with the singer from the...
Yeah, that was the Wolfware, disguised as a woman who seduced him and then killed the crap out of him. And it was the Wolfware that wiped out the one family.
Yeah, it killed all those people.
Yeah, it doesn't actually say why.
Creepy. Just cause he's evil.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, but I mean that's kind of how some of these old models are written. He's bad, which that's all it really needs to be. He's just evil. He just does evil things.
It's better if they actually.
What do you think?
And actually, Jessic's motivation. Jessic was the name of the Wolfware to set up this cabal is because he's actually working for another evil creature. And he doesn't want to be working for that guy anymore. So he wants to set his own up so they can help him fight off his master and wipe him out.
That's interesting. Does it actually say that?
Yeah, that's all in here.
It's clever, I have to admit.
And it is.
It's a well-written module, or one shot, or whatever you want to call it.
Should have had.
Yeah, it's a nice, and it.
But yes, they should have the. I hate to say it, but they should maybe have. I know that old modules weren't written this way too often, but they should at least have the ghost in there to spoon feed you a little bit more often if you needed it, as the group if you needed it. It's like, hey,
Well, the ghost should have been from like a good cabal somewhere, and that's why he
was snooping around.
That's why he was on the train to begin with.
Yeah,
was
a journalist,
try to explore the idea of a cabal up in West Virginia somewhere.
Bored and restless in Falls Run, he soon stumbled upon indications that not all folks in Falls Run were as gentle and welcoming as they seem. He began snooping around and discovered the existence of a secret society of Dutchenberg. So he must have been a pretty good snooper if he had his few clues.
Yeah, he discovered that quickly.
And then these adepts caught Gravis and tortured him to death for burning too much.
So these guys were all Cabalists, right? Because that's one of them.
Yeah, it's a whole little group of them.
Yeah.
So you got one. The others are probably gonna let it go for now. If this was a campaign, sooner or later they'd show up and get revenge on you.
Well, I guess
taking out their clubhouse essentially is what it was. That's where they would meet every Sunday.
Yeah.
This was a tough one.
They had to have long arms and
Well, it wasn't terribly
for you, yes, not for him. Although finding where people are from is a little tougher.
Maybe
if you'd stayed at an inn in town and signed the guest book and put down your town of origin or even your full address. Then
but look at my character. I was fairly open and blah blah blah. I probably just told him I'm a doctor from Baltimore. Headed to Ohio to visit my family. And that's wouldn't be too hard to find.
It would be harder.
It wouldn't be too hard to find.
No,
Heintz in
with
Baltimore
no phone books. No, there's not. The only advertising is in the newspaper. If you even do any advertising. So do you see what I'm saying? It was information was much harder to come by.
We won't stop that, Andy. It's been running for a while.
Oh, you're right.
53
almost.
Thank you.